We're not going to do that. Yeah, and then circle the other way. And then give your arms and legs just a light shake. Rather than shaking your hands and feet, shake down in your hips and shoulders. So you can almost feel your back wriggling on the floor a little. It's not as easy to do. One hand on each knee, let your feet drop and circle your knees round. And then circle the other way. I think that is Ali's plod up the stairs. So I'm going to put my money on. Okay, and then your feet go onto the floor. If you've got that block under your bottom, take it out. And then start circling the back of your pelvis on the ground. Circling around the back rim of your pelvis, around the outer ridge of your sacrum. And then circle the other way. And then find center. Position your feet ready for a shoulder bridge. Take any block out from underneath your head. Inhale, arms long. Exhale, tilt the pelvis so the tailbone lifts first and you roll your spine up toward the shoulder blades. The bottom edge of your shoulder blades is your stop point. And then roll back down again. Inhale as you land. Exhale as you roll up. Inhale as you start to get to the top. Exhale as you roll down. 3 more. Inhale as you land. Exhale as you roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale as you roll down. Inhale as you land. Exhale as you roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. 1 more. Inhale, land. Exhale, roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. Once you're all the way down, walk your legs together so your inner legs touch, inner ankles, inner knees. Take your arms up in the air. And then, in fact, sorry, take your arms out to the side to begin with. So your arms are wide, flat to the floor. Keep your arms and shoulders to the ground. Lower your knees about halfway across to the right. Keep your inner legs connected. And then come back to center like you've got a pull cord pulling the small of your lower back to the center. Go to the left. You're on the edge of the left foot. That's the only bit connected to the floor. And then back to center. Inhale right. So you're on the outer right edge of your right foot. Exhale, center. Keep going side to side. I'm just going to look around, check you've all got the foot thing. Yeah, 2 legs together, so your inner legs stay stuck together. When your legs go to the side, 1 foot will be completely off the ground. Yeah, so it stacks on top of the other foot. Yeah. When you go that way, this foot lifts. That's it. So it's completely off the floor. That's it. And then back to center. And then this time it'll start at the edge of the foot, so that comes up. You go. Keeping your arms long, lift that completely so it comes. So when you go that, no, just go back down. Yeah. When you go that way, this foot lifts. So that foot comes off the floor. That's it. And then back to center. When you go this way, that stays on the ground, but that comes off the floor. That's it. Yeah. Just try and keep the inner knees connected, like you're holding a pound coin between your knees. Left is the last. Good. Keep your arms out wide, about in line with the bottom edge of your shoulder blades. And we'll do a shoulder bridge, so separate your feet a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, lift the tailbone and roll up. Going to add a little more onto the shoulder bridge this time. So at the top of your shoulder bridge, lift the ball of your right foot, lower it down. The ball of your left foot, lower it down. Exhale, lift the ball of your foot. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the ball of your foot. Inhale, lower. Keep alternating with each exhale. Doesn't have to lift much, but this is your alternative for when we do a full leg lift. One more on each leg. Try not to let the hips drop. Keep the tailbone long. And then roll your spine back down. Find neutral pelvis, the center of that circle. Walk your legs together again so your inner knees and inner ankles touch. Now take your arms up toward the ceiling. Make a pistol point. If you have a block under your head, normally you put your block under your head. So shoulders drop to the floor and your pistol point points to a mark on the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the right. You're on the edge of your right foot. And then back to center. I'm sorry, I told you the breath wrong then. Inhale to the side. Exhale to the center. So the effort is pulling back in. Inhale to the side. Exhale to the center. And the same as the other side, you want to keep your inner feet together. So when you go over to the side, one foot comes off the floor. Back to center. That's it. Keep the pistol point on the same spot on the ceiling. Keep your shoulder blades connected to the floor. See if you can engage your pelvic floor to pull the lower back down each time. Like that pull cord now is coming from your inner knees, down your inner thighs, through your pelvic floor, into the small of your lower back. Just making that nice long diagonal line from knees to small of lower back and capturing everything in that direction. Finish with your next left. Arms go out wide again. Take the block out from underneath your head. Separate your feet slightly. Last set of shoulder bridges. Inhale, spread your feet. Exhale, roll your bridge up. Stay at the top of the bridge. Okay, so you can just lift the ball of your foot or try extending your right leg from the knee so your legs stay level. Inhale, right foot to the floor. Extend the left leg. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, extend. Don't be in a rush to reach your leg out. Inhale, foot to floor. Then exhale, extend. Try and keep your thighs level. So when your leg extends, you're keeping the legs level with each other. Straighten one leg, Ali. Straighten one leg, but without letting the leg drop. That's it. So your thighs stay level. Yeah, have you got that? And then foot back down. Now keep your thighs level. Straighten the other leg. There you go. Try not to let it drop. Nice. We'll do a few more. You have to, the moment your foot comes back to the floor, it switches on the back of that leg. So your foot lands, it switches on the back of that leg, and then you're ready for the other leg to go. But don't extend the other leg until you've switched your balancing leg on. Finish with your next leg. And then you can roll down when you've completed them. Nice. When you're all the way to the floor, this time take your stretchy band around the ball of your right foot and straighten your right leg up in the air. Left leg is bent on the ground, right leg is as straight as it can go. And again, if your head falls back, you've got your block back underneath your head. Try and relax both shoulders. And try and go to the furthest edge of the pelvic circles you were making earlier. So rather than being on the nearest edge of that circle, try and move your pelvis toward the furthest edge of that circle you were drawing. Good. Take both ends of the band in your right hand, keep the legs straight, and open your leg out to the right and your left knee opens out to the left. So both thigh bones open, one leg is straight, one leg is bent. Sit there. You've just opened the bent leg as well to try and counterbalance, but the back of the pelvis should stay flat on the floor. Bring it back in. You can keep the leg up there while you put the left foot into that loop. That's the easiest way to switch over. And then the right leg bent on the ground. Oopsie. Breathe into the back of your left leg. Breathing out into our body is a really good way of releasing stress and tension. And tight muscles, one of the things that can make us tight is stress and tension held in the muscle. Also, the longer we hold, if we breathe toward the point that we're relaxing, then also we're taking our conscious effort into that area, relaxing. Did you do both legs last time, Francis? So right foot to the floor. Did you do, unless you did both legs last time, that's it, yeah. Take both ends of the belt in your left hand and both legs open. The left leg is straight, the right leg is bent, but they open equally so that the pelvis remains flat in the middle. So you've gone onto the outer blade of your right foot. Nice, and then bring both legs back in. Bend your knee, bring your leg back down to the floor. Nice, and slide the block underneath your head if you need it. Okay, so the front bony points of your pelvis, the front of your pelvic bones, roll slightly up towards your waist so that the waist moves a bit more firmly toward the floor. Not so much that the bottom starts to curl up like in a bridge, but enough so that we get a small imprint into toward the floor or into the gap of your lower back. Okay, and make sure the head hasn't fallen back. If it has, you need your block under your head. Make your right foot a little lighter by lifting the ball of your foot, and then slide the right heel down the mat and float your left arm back at the same time. Come all the way back in, sliding your heel along the floor, left arm lands. Lift the ball of your left foot, slide the heel along the ground, right arm back. And then come back in. Heel really light on the floor as you slide away. I'd like you to inhale as you come in and exhale as you move out. Inhale as you come in and exhale as you move out. Start with the legs bent, Liz. So Liz, start with the legs bent. Right, now take opposite arm and opposite leg away. That's it. And then they both come back in to the start point there, and then you go with the other side. That's it. If your heel is catching on the mat or on the floor, then let it be so light that it doesn't really touch the ground, only if it's catching. Otherwise, it can touch the floor. But you want to think like you're on a bed of sand and you're just drawing a very faint line along the bed of sand. You don't want to dig a deep groove, just nice and light. Now, have your hip points rolled away? Have you started to lose that imprint in your lower back? See if you can continue to move, keeping that rolling upwards with the hips. That small dent down of your lower back toward the ground. Inhale as you move in. Exhale as you move out. Inhale, move in. Exhale, move out. One more on each side. I'm looking around, just checking nobody's ribs start to overlift or back is arching, but you're all looking good. Okay, and then both arms and legs down to the floor. Now we're just going to do one side. So if we can all lift the ball of the right foot, slide your right leg and your left arm and stay there. Okay, and then bend the right knee in towards you, tap it with your left hand. Straighten your right leg, so it's going to hover off the ground, and then bend it back in, tap it with your left hand. In and out, just lightly tapping your knee each time. Extending the leg, it can hover a few feet off the floor, or it can hover closer to the floor. Last time. Have the leg in the hover position, arm over behind, and then bring them back in like you did earlier to the start position. Left leg, right arm, extend away. And then bend the left leg in, tap the knee with your hand, and then extend back out. Tap the knee with your hand, extend out. Exhale in. Inhale, extend. So you've got the right foot on the floor and the left leg moving. Make sure you two don't follow each other. There, that's it. And then out. Look, that foot stays on the floor, that foot stays on the floor. That bends. That's it. And then hands and knee together. That's it. There you go. And you need that block underneath your head, actually, Isabel. Yeah. One more. Straighten and then return to the start position. You can repeat that if there's any neck issue. Otherwise, curl your head and shoulders up off the ground, bend the right knee back in towards you, touch your knee with your left hand and touch the ankle with your right hand. You're going to straighten the leg out, level with your left thigh bone and take your arms back. And then bring the leg back in, touch your knee, touch your ankle. Straighten your arms. When I say back, they don't have to go all the way back, but when I say back, I just mean more up, let's say. Try and keep the head and chest lifted. So if you've got osteoporosis in your spine, you're best keeping your head on the floor anyway, but definitely leave out the arm lift. Okay, so you could do it where you just straighten your leg and then touch it as it comes back in. 2 more. Head and chest up more, Kevin, and keep it up when your arms go back. Okay, then the leg bends in, return your head and your arms down to the floor and pause, give your neck a little rest. We're doing that, we want to maintain the imprint. So abdominal curl again, lift the left leg in towards you, right hand touches the knee, left hand touches your ankle, curl up and stay there. So when your arms go back, again, I might have led you to saying back because that insinuates going further back than your head. I want you to more take your arms up. Yeah, rather than all the way behind you, just more up. If they go out of sight, they've gone too far back. Yeah, and then you should be able to keep your curl up more easily. Front ribs tucking down toward the waist. If your head falls back, then you should be doing this with your head on the block the whole way. Yeah, it just means it's a bit strong for you. The head should stay up. One more time. And then return back to the floor. Give your neck a little rest. Turn your head to the right. Relax there a moment. Relax both shoulders. Turn your head to the left. Relax both shoulders. Come back to center. Bring your right knee in. So you can do this on the floor with your head on the floor, or again, curl up and touch the right knee with your left hand, right hand onto the outer ankle, then straighten your left leg so it's just a continuation from your thigh bone. Now we'll switch the leg over as you inhale, switch the leg over as you exhale. So left hand touches left ankle, right hand touches right ankle. Keep switching from side to side. Keep the chest lifted. So it's like your chest is trying to look through the gap of your legs. We're going 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. 1, knees into your chest, head to the floor, turn your head side to side. And then take a full body stretch. Feet down, arms over behind, big long reach out. Keep your arms behind, but open a bit wider so you're more like in a Y shape with your arms behind you. Bend your legs, feet flat to the floor. Okay, so I sometimes call this, you've got a gentleman's cross where your ankle is on the opposite leg, and then you've got a lady's cross where you cross at the thigh bones. Can you cross your right leg over the left leg? Lady's cross. So you're crossing at the thigh bones. And then turn onto your right hip so that your legs fall to the right, your right leg kind of carrying the legs across to the right. The left hip turns uppermost. Keep the left arm where it is. And bring your right hand onto your tummy. Turn your left ear toward the floor. Okay, so just let me remind you, your right leg, not your left leg, your right leg is crossed over. Isabel, Liz. Yeah. And the legs are falling to the right with your right leg crossed over. And your left arm is over behind and your right hand is on your tummy. Come back up to center, uncross that side, switch the arms over, left leg crosses over, ladies cross, so cross at the thigh bones, and then turn onto the outside of your left hip. You don't have to just roll, you can actually turn your pelvis on the floor, so the right hip is uppermost. Yeah, right arm overhead, left hand resting on your tummy. If you want to add a turn of your head will turn toward the right. Soften the arm a little, soften it a little, bend the elbow, bend the elbow. That's it. Is it feeling like it's at its maximum range there?
Yes.
Fine. Is it okay hanging there?
Yeah.
Yeah? A bit sore. In that case, just take it down and then turn the palm upwards so it opens your shoulder. Come back into center, uncross the leg. Let's bring both knees into your chest, have a double knee hug. Hold the back of both thighs, kick your feet to the ceiling, kick your feet to your bottom. Feet to ceiling, feet to bottom. When you kick your legs up and down like this, maybe there's a slight lift and lower of your bottom, your pelvis coming up and down. Do the same thing, but with your head off the floor. So curl your chest up and notice this little kicking up and down of your legs might instigate a roll. And you can keep pushing your thighs into your hands and roll all the way up. If rolling's not comfortable, come up another way. Turn your legs round, come to hands and knees. Head this way. Nice, spread your fingers out. Cat-cow the spine. Inhale, as you lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, dip. Exhale, round. 3 more. And 1. Tuck the toes under, lift your knees, press your heels toward the floor. And look through the gap of your legs. See if you can go low enough with your heels that you can try and lift your toes off the ground, rolling to the far side of the balls of your feet. So your 10 toes try and pick up off the floor. Don't worry if they can't, they're just trying to. Walk your hands towards your feet. Hold on to opposite elbows. Let your head hang. Take a little swing side to side. And then come back to center. Release your arms. Soft knees, roll your spine up. Roll your shoulders backwards and down. A few rolls so you can feel your shoulder blades moving on your back. Think of your shoulders like wheels either side of your body, doing a full wheel circle round. Okay, and then keep it there. Take your right arm, left heel off the floor. Switch sides, left arm, right heel. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. See if you can just go up and down and not side to side. Inhale, switching, exhale, switching, up, down, avoid side to side. And you really want to press through the ball of your foot to get that up, down movement. It mobilizes your toes more, your ankles more, and of course, we're working a bit on balance. Notice if you're heavy, landing with your heel, and see if you can slow it down and consciously be in control of the lift and of the landing. Okay, we're going to finish with right arm, left heel, and pause. Okay, draw the sides of your waist back like you would be going into neutral imprint when you're lying on the floor. then see if you can either just stay on the big toe mound or lift your knee up. Draw the thigh bone. So you want to feel like your thigh bone pulls back in the hip joint a little if you've got it lifted. 5 arm switches. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. 4. 4. Keep your head steady. Keep the top of your head reaching up. 3. 2. 2. 1. 1, and then take a big step back with your right leg. It doesn't matter that you're not going to be on your mat, don't worry. Yeah, right leg steps back. And then bend the back knee a little bit, lift the heel, and then just sink it down. Take both arms down by your side. Just sink a little back down into both knees. Tiny little pulsing action. If your knees don't like the pulse and they creak, then just keep it still. Put one hand on the front of your pelvis, one hand on the back of your pelvis. Stop the pulsing and then try and tilt your pelvis backwards. So your belly button pulls back and your tailbone tucks under. Feel a stretch in the front of your right thigh when you do that. And then step your legs together. Right heel, left arm, and pause. We want the sides of the waist to draw back a little, stand tall, and then try lifting the knee. If you struggle to lift the knee, just stay on the ball of the foot. It's fine. So you're balancing on your left leg now, Liz. Right leg's lifted. Switch your arms. 5. 5. 4. 4. Keep your gaze on something steady. 3. Even if your toe is just touching the floor, you're still having to balance. So you're not cheating by touching the ground with your foot. Still working on your balance. 1 more each arm. Good. And then when your right arm is lifted, the left leg is going to step back. Yeah. Enough step back that you can bend both knees. Bring your arms down. A little bit longer stride, Kevin. Left leg should be back, Louise. Oh, you did? Okay, right, fine. Okay, and then small pulses. If your stride's too short, you're going to be pulsing like this, and that's not as comfortable in your knees. You want enough of a stride that this front knee isn't going past your front toes. Just small pulses. You don't have to get very deep because we're going to be doing a deeper one soon. Okay, one hand on the tummy, one hand on the back of the pelvis. Stop the pulsing and just try and tilt the pelvis. So tailbone tucks under, belly button presses back. You're going to feel more of a stretch in the front of your left thigh and hip. Step your feet back in together. Both feet on the floor and just a slight bounce, keeping your feet on the ground, and let your shoulders kind of flop down into your fingertips. We'll work with the balls next. So did everyone get a set? You don't need them right now. We'll get them when we get to the floor. Yep, good. Okay, our hand weights at home. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale with the softness in your knees, roll down. Come down onto your hands and knees. Take your hand weights and step your right foot forwards. Keep your left knee where it is. Right foot forwards, left knee where it is. Yeah, this is where you might want that extra padding underneath your knee. And you've got the hand weights if you're using them. Good, so have your foot a bit further forwards than the knee and then lunge forwards so the knee lines with your ankle and you feel a little stretch in the front of the left thigh. Bring your chest back in line with your pelvis, arms by your side, palms facing forwards, inhale. Exhale, bring the balls up towards your shoulders. Inhale down, exhale, curl. Inhale down, exhale, curl. Try and keep the upper arm bone still as you work on your bicep curls. Five more. In through the nose, exhale as you curl. Keeping the shoulder heads rolled back slightly. Couple more. Okay, and if you need to, you can put your hands and balls down to the floor as you switch over to the other leg. Good. Lunge forwards, knee in line with ankle. We're doing the same bicep curls. So bring your chest back in line with the pelvis and curl and down. Curl and down. And if you've got quite light weights or these aren't challenging you, move slower and create your own resistance. Think, working through thick air, working with resistance. Notice if your head has started to lean forwards, bring the head back right over the center of your chest. Keep your gaze forwards, try not to look down. If you look down, it brings you down. And avoid just swinging your arms. 5 more, in control. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then balls down. When you come down, take the soft thing out from underneath your knees. Lie down on your tummy, a ball in each hand, palms upwards. You can either have your forehead on the floor or you can put your forehead on that thin block. Legs long, spine long, engaged. So the pelvic floor muscles in this want to be engaged. So that means you're engaging rectum, sex organs, belly, sides of the waist are narrow, the back muscles are engaged. Yeah. On the exhale, lift your arms, straight arms lifting. Inhale, lower them. Exhale, lift your arms, your shoulders will roll back a little. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep your head on the floor, just lift your arms. Why don't we put the block there for your forehead to rest on? That's it. Is that in the right place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coordinate your exhale with an extra pinch up of the pelvic floor. 3 more. 2. Lift on your last one, your head and chest off the ground with you. So you feel long. Try not to look forwards. You're looking more down toward the block that was under your head. Arms are up a bit higher because your shoulders are now higher. And squeeze your arms towards each other for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep the wrists straight. 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Leave the balls and push back to a child's pose. Bottom all the way back to your heels. Arms stretched out in front. Stretch your triceps. And then make a side child's pose. So you angle over your right leg. And your left arm reaches across long. Side child's pose. Over to the right. That's it, yeah. Mm-hmm. Child's pose angled to the right. That's it. Yeah. So your left waist is long. And then change direction. Go over to the left. So now your right side is longer. Or whichever side you didn't do the first time. Then come back to center, hands wide, downward facing dog, heels toward the floor. Get your tailbone nice and high. Feel like the top of your legs are trying to press back. Walk your hands and feet towards each other. Soft knees, roll your spine up. Roll your shoulders down. Stagger with your neighbor if you need to. Arms out to the side. Feet about hip distance apart. Right palm up, left palm down. Look to the upward palm. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. One more, inhale, switch. Keep looking at your right palm. Oh, sorry. Yeah, look to your right palm. Bring your left hand by your left leg. Lift the right arm, look up. Come back to center. Turn the other. Look to the left. Right arm down by your side. Lift and look up. Come back to center. Keep looking at your left hand. Turn your left palm down, right palm up. Keep looking to the left, but right palm is up. Now, as your left arm goes down by your side, look down. Right arm up, look down to the left. So same as what you did, but you just turned your head the other way. Come up to center. Turn your palms. Right palm turns down, look to the right, and then come up. Side bend. Looking down to the right. Left arm reaching long. Come back up to center. Look forwards, both palms up. Take both arms up. Stretch up. And bring your left arm down. Take your right hand to the left ear and draw your head across into a neck stretch. Feel your left fingers trying to reach down the left leg. Both arms come up. Right arm down. Left hand to right ear. Feel your right arm reaching down the right leg. Both arms by your side, head back to center. Interlace your hands behind, roll your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, try your arms further off your back. Inhale down. Can your arms go back without your head pushing forwards? 2 more. And 1. Arms by your side, bend your knees, touch the thighs. Come up. Bend your knees, touch your outer knees. Come up, keeping your spine straight. Touch the outer knees again. You're concertinaing equally between your knee bend and your hip bend. Let's go for the calves. Touch your outer calf. Come up. Concertina evenly between knees and hips. Once more. Try not to look down, look forwards along the floor and try ankles. If that's too low, stick with the knees or the calves. Push through the feet to come up. 1 more. If you can go down through that bending motion to sit, do. Otherwise, come down another way. You're on your bottom once you've landed. Good. Take your band, pop it around both feet, both legs up in the air. Hold the band firmly with your hands and let your arms sink to the ground so your shoulders are relaxed. Kind of effortless in your arms. And again, if the head falls back, you've got a block under your head for this. Pelvis heavy, legs drawing back. Just to the point of your stretch. Couple more breaths. Bend your knees in and then release your feet down. Take the band off to the side. Go wide with your feet. Knock knees together. Hands rest on your tummy, elbows staying on the floor. Close your eyes. Other way with your legs, Alan. Feet wide, knees together. Knock-kneed position. That's it, yeah. Good. Breathe in deeply. Feel your belly rise a little. Breathe out fully, feel your belly fall. Breathe in. Breathe out, feel the movement of your breath beneath your hands. Filling and emptying. Then release your arms, palms up, and you can leave your legs like that, or you can straighten your legs, your choice. Relax. Arms by your side, Kevin, that's it. Relax everything. Now feel just like when you were feeling your belly rise and fall with your breath, that little pulse of movement with each inhale and exhale. Feel it in the surrounding space of your body. Like there's this subtle pulse around you as you inhale, expanding, softening back in as you exhale. Think of it a little bit like that, almost like a jellyfish sort of movement, but invisible to the eye. The pulse of your energy expanding with the inhale, dropping in with the exhale. Notice how you feel. Go deeper into that feeling. Connect with the purpose for coming. What is your reason for coming? Better strength, better mobility, more relaxation. What's your primary thing? And even though you're not doing that thing perhaps right now, breathe it into your body. Breathe strength into your body if that's your purpose. Align with whatever it is you've turned up for and breathe it into your body. You could maybe say to yourself, I am strong. I am mobile, whatever it is. I am calm. And then we'll go to where we started. Arms and legs up in the air. Circle your hands, circle your feet. Other way. Shake them so it shakes down into your shoulders and your hips on the floor. Hold the back of your thighs. Go for that little double kick up and down again. Same thing, but with your head off the floor. If earlier it felt okay, rolling, roll up. If it didn't, come to the side and come up. Good. Thank you very much, everyone. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Look out for your email for the next block because next week is the start of the new block. Somebody's email I haven't got. Probably you, Liz. Let me just check. It might be Isabel.
Thanks, Rebecca.